All right. Colossians chapter 2 and verse 4. This is really continuing in many ways the three verses that began the chapter, which is still really introductory, and I want to emphasize that, and we'll see how far we get today. But recall that as you look back to verses 1 through 3, there were some themes that recurred that we need to be aware of. Both the idea of his regular emphasis on how much he cares about the Colossians, that's going to come up again, and guidance for them about what they need to do moving forward, but especially an emphasis on you already have all the knowledge and information you need in the gospel in order to be right with God. So those are the two ideas that we mainly saw in verses 1 through 3. So with that in mind, let's go ahead and read verses 4 and 5. Now this I say, lest anyone should deceive you with persuasive words. For though I am absent in the flesh, yet I am with you in spirit, rejoicing to see your good order and the steadfastness of your faith in Christ. Here is something that is explanatory. He is explaining why he's going through all of this. Now he's kind of getting down to it. It's been implied before, but now it's kind of pulling out and being more obvious. The reason why he's going to such lengths, and I'd say about these two things, are because of some influences come in. And that tells you what kind of has been going on in the background. Okay, this is called mirroring the text. He is addressing both the fact of how he feels about him and his relationship with them, which implies that that is something that he's been attacked for, and that these people who've come in have pretty much told the Colossians, you know, if Paul really cared about you, he would have come to visit you. Something to that effect. Or, you know, you didn't learn from apostles, so you don't have everything that you need. We have additional information to kind of set you straight and get you the rest of what you didn't have since you didn't have Paul here. That kind of thing. So it was both a matter of kind of putting them down in a way of that you are not that important. You see that reflected in this text as Paul's kind of encouraging them and lifting them up and making sure they understand they have an equal identity with everyone, which we've discussed at length already. But now he is getting down to, after having done all this, he's coming back and saying, now let's address those people who've been talking. Let's get down to that now. We've waited around long enough, so I'm going to introduce that idea. And so he's saying this, he says, I say, lest anyone should deceive you. Okay? Now, anyone here ever been deceived? Well, y'all don't even want to talk about it, apparently. Okay. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Is it a great feeling? No, not at all. Well, what happened in that process? It's the idea of someone who gives, let's say, an alternative point of view. And somehow, by doing this, convinces you this is the way to go. This is a better path than whatever you were told here. Here, go this direction. And so that's reflective of what he is saying here. It's offering, the word starts with para, which is parallel. So you have the idea of parallel reasoning. Well, the problem with parallel reasoning is it's not the same, it's competitive reasoning. They're offering you something different in competition with what you were told. And that's the idea of what deception in this case is all about, is there's more than one word for deceit in the New Testament in the Greek. This one is about laying down and trying to convince people to take a parallel path and to reason them through that. And that's what makes the next part so interesting when he says how they were doing it. It says, by means of or with persuasive words. So the way people do this is they use persuasive words. Now, this is one of my favorite words. It only occurs here. Okay, so I'm going to say it, but don't try to remember it. It's pithonologia. Yeah, that's right. The reason why I say that is because, and this is not how you do a word study, so no one attack me online for the etymological fallacy, but you can remember it for saying this: pithy analogies. Now, the idea of an analogy is, again, putting something, an analog, something alongside, this compares to this, and offering that. And the idea of pithy has the idea of clever and persuasive. Now, usually it's kind of shortened to the point of how you word it. So that idea comes from this word. So what were they doing? They were offering some kind of persuasive, kind of, clever argumentation to convince them that you need something more than what you were already taught. Now, the reason why I bring all this up is, what makes you vulnerable to that? None of us want to be deceived. So I don't think the Colossians wanted to be deceived